That first sip of coffee in the morning. Hello gorgeous, and welcome to my very first book haul. I need a theme song. Richmond reader, yeah, yeah. You are in for a book haul, kind of a big book haul. This is by no means my very first book haul in my life. This is probably number 30. Before I get into the books, I need to open this first package. I actually opened it yesterday. My glasses came. Hello, I'm about to talk about cute glasses, so if you'd like to skip this and just move right on to the books, you can go to this time signature. But I hope you don't, because I have something important to say. These are blue light reducing eliminating glasses. Since starting up BookTube again, I've been getting headaches and my eyes have been hurting. I went from living in a house with no TV, now I'm living in an apartment with a TV and a computer where I edit my videos and watch BookTube videos, and I am looking at my phone screen all the time. Ugh. I'm not trying to advertise, I'm trying to help you. Blue light causes macular degeneration, which is like basically damaging the retina in your eye that can cause blindness in the future. They make these glasses from like $10 to $100. I didn't want to buy a cheap one because I didn't think it would actually work right, and I didn't have the money for a really expensive one. Aren't they adorable? There's a slight yellow tinge to them when you look at them at the right angle. Oh my gosh, I was wearing them yesterday, just sitting here watching TV, and I could feel the difference. I'm really trying not to be a commercial right now. This is less of a commercial and more of a public service announcement. This generation, my generation, people younger than me, we're all looking at our phones, and it sucks. And I'm editing videos over here, and I'm like turning the brightness down on the computer, and then I'm looking at the picture of me and the thing that I'm editing, and I'm like, oh, that looks really dark. I need to up the contrast, up the tone, the saturation, something to make it look brighter. When I forget, I turn the brightness down. So not all of them are gonna look like this. There's tons of companies that make them, tons of styles and frames, and price ranges. I can leave the link to these pair in the description below if you're interested. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking about these glasses and just get into the books. I have some loose leaf books. I have one book in a package, and then I have an entire book outlet box. Why are book hauls so much fun to watch? You're basically watching someone else have Christmas without you. They're opening their presents, and you're like, oh, I wish I had that book. But I still love watching book hauls because I like to know what books people are reading. And if you see that they have these books and you also have them too, catch them at a time when they're reading that book and you could read it with them. Because I care about my viewers and I want you to know, I'm going to include the Goodreads rating in the corner of the screen. So, glasses. Now book one that's in a single package, which I already opened and started reading, and that book is I Know You Know by Jilly McMillan. You ever have a goal in life where you find an author that ends up sounding really good, so before you read one of their books, you just start collecting all of their books? I'm kind of becoming that way with Jilly McMillan and Mary Kubica. I think it's probably because their covers and their titles are just appealing in some way. They just have this like, ooh, that's gonna be interesting feel. Like I know it's gonna be good. So I'm kind of collecting both of their books, and this is the first one by Jilly I'm gonna read. Book haul videos always end up being like 20 minutes long. You're opening the big box of books, and you're summarizing all of the books so people know what they're about in case they want to read them, but the video ends up being so long. I have a new take on book haul videos, and that is summarize the book in one sentence. I'm not telling you to do this, I'm saying that I'm going to do this. Filmmaker Cody Swift returns to the town where his two best friends were brutally murdered when they were all 11 years old because new remains were found in the same spot as the two little boys. Eventually we will play the game where Doug looks at a cover of a book and guesses what it's about.
That will not be today. Or will it?
That's my person. She, Myself, and I by Emma Young. Rosa is quadriplegic and Sylvia is brain dead, so Rosa's brain is put into Sylvia's body. Invisible Ghosts by Robin Schneider. Rose. Rose spends all of her time hanging out with her ghost brother Logan, who is stuck at 15. See What I Have Done by Sarah Schmidt. Lizzie Borden. Okay. Sentence. Unreliable narrator Lizzie Borden, her older sister Emma, and housemaid Bridget recall their perspectives the day before, during, and after the brutal crime that Lizzie did. The Secret Room by Sandra Block. Zoe is the new psychiatrist at a local correctional facility, and her patients are dropping like flies from staged suicides. Released by Patrick Ness. The summary is so vague, and so I had to read some reviews to really get what this was about. So here's what I got. An LGBT story of the son of a preacher mixed with sort of like a ghost story about a queen and a fawn. And last one of the loose leaf books that I have, Baby Doll by Holly Overton. Abducted girl spends ages 16 through 24 in captivity until one day she finds that the door to her cell is unlocked. And now we're going to get into my Book Outlet box. I have not gotten a box of books from Book Outlet in so long. Ow. I can't actually see anything because of the infamous brown paper. Book Outlet rocks because if you're one of those people that doesn't have to have every new release as soon as it comes out, just wait like 6 months and it's probably going to end up on Book Outlet. And you can even buy scratch and dent books where there may be a tear in the jacket or something, and they make it even cheaper. Hashtag books forever. Alright, the first book I see is If Birds Fly Back by Carly Sorosiak. Lenny's sister ran away, Sebastian wants to know his birth father, and the famous missing filmmaker Alvaro Herrera is back. A Quiet Kind of Thunder by Sarah Bernard. The love story of a girl whose crippling anxiety prevents her from speaking, and a boy who is deaf. What? Oh, so I ordered A Court of Wings and Ruin, which is book 3 to a well-known popular YA series that we know about on BookTube here.
Yes.
And it was a scratch and dent. I didn't know why it was a scratch and dent. It's a scratch and dent because it has no jacket. I mean, this was like $4 or $5, so that's okay. When it's too good to be true, it probably is. Book number 3 of Sarah J. Maas's ACOTAR series, which it's book number 3. I'm not really going to summarize the whole series. Fairies! The Perfect Stranger by Megan Miranda. This is another author that I want to collect all of her books and read them all. Leah's good friend Emmy Gray disappears, and when police start to investigate her disappearance, they find no evidence of an Emmy Gray ever existing. Books 3 and 4 in hardcover of the Jacoby series, all by William Ritter. I ended up getting Jacoby and Beastly Bones a while back and didn't read them, but then I recommended them to Doug. He read them first. Now we have the whole set. What is this series about? Boy hunts ghosts?
Jacoby is about this woman who wants to be an archaeologist. Wants an adventure, so she moves from England to America in the 1800s and finds employment working for this very eccentric kook of a man who hunts supernatural beings, or studies supernatural beings to be more accurate. Stay tuned for my review on the first 2 books.
The Memory Key by Leanna Liu. In a world ravaged by Alzheimer's disease, everyone has memory chips planted in their brains. The Gravekeepers by Elizabeth Byrne. A family owns a haunted cemetery, and it is unclear if said family is even alive themselves. The Site by David Clement Davies. A werewolf book with a really high rating on Goodreads. I love werewolves. This is the book that I'm most excited for in this whole box. Frost by M.P. Kozlowski. Accompanied by her robot father, a secluded girl braves the world of dangerous robots and cannibals to get medicine for her dying pet. Dear Reader by Mary O'Connell. Miss Sweeney disappears, and her student Flannery uses her teacher's note-filled copy of Wuthering Heights to find her. Extreme Makeover by Dan Wells. A health and beauty company accidentally creates a hand lotion that turns the user into a clone of someone else. Next we have Shades of Darkness by A.R. Collar. Awesome cover and $1.19. Sold. Death follows Kara even after she changes schools. Second to last we have Strange Fire by Tommy Wallach. I have all of his other books. Might as well get this one too. The Earth was ravaged by fire, and the survivors formed 2 civilizations. Those who never want our horrible history to repeat, and those who liked the old way better. And lastly, we have Every Exquisite Thing by Matthew Quick. Star athlete and straight-A student Nanette receives a copy of The Bubblegum Reaper from her favorite teacher, and it changes her life. And the rebel within her awakens. And that has been my book haul. I'll put my glasses on for my little outro here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time with another video.